Today, we're talking about the Heiserman Audio H48 tube microphone. Heiserman Audio is a microphone company based out of North Carolina, and the beautiful thing about those guys out there is they hand make everything. I literally mean everything, from the bodies, the capsules, to the grills even. And they hand finish everything, hand wire everything. There's not a thing in their shop that goes out that hasn't been either created or touched by them and dealt by them. It's incredible. Dave Wheeler, one of the main guys in the shop, has been in audio and creating microphones for over 20 years, from servicing them to now building them and hand wiring them. He is a wealth of knowledge, and he has been just incredible in not only the, about their own products, but the vintage products that they're essentially trying to recreate and almost even beat out. Not only are they building beautiful recreations of these vintage mics that we've come to love and heard on countless records, like the 48, the 47, and now their H251, which is incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on it eventually. But they're also creating their own original mics, like the H19 type. It's a FET condenser microphone. I still haven't tried it out yet, but I can't wait to eventually. Dave said it's perfect for everything drums. You can put it on kick, snare, toms, anything you want. It's kind of just that workhorse of their lineup. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I've already listened to this. I know it sounds insane, so I can't imagine what those sound like as well. Now you might be asking, I know the 47, but I don't know the 48 tube mic. What is that? Essentially, it's his brother. Dave from Heiserman basically told me that the main difference between the two is this little switch here. And I'll show you right now. So you see how it has the cardioid polar pattern? Both of them have that, but on the 48, when you switch that, it actually switches to a figure 8. Whereas on the 47 tube, it switches to an Omni. So that's kind of the main tell that you have a 48 tube mic. I'm sure there's more components and extra stuff I don't really know about. I'll have to ask Dave about it later, but he would definitely know. And you might be asking, okay, what's a drummer doing with a vocal mic, essentially? And you're not wrong. But as us drummers know, and most engineers, that the drum kit, when recording it, is, full of color and a full spectrum and dynamics and everything. So, with that being said, I'm going to take this mic, I'm going to put it all around the kit in various positions and just, some typical spots that I would put it in on a remote session or, even a drum sampling session, and just showcase how versatile and how amazing it sounds in the first place to you guys. And I can't wait to see what you guys think. I've already experienced this a little bit on my kit, and I know it adds so much warmth and color and just brings things to life. So can't wait for you to see it. Let's dive in. And just like that, we're at the kit, the part you've all been waiting for. Okay, so I am so excited to dive into all of the positions that we're gonna put this mic in today. I know it's gonna be great and it's gonna perform amazing. Little insider. This is the most expensive mic that I have in my mic locker currently. It is the most expensive mic that I'm gonna have on the kit all day. So I know it's going to rock my world and rock your world, and it's gonna sound killer. Also, if you go to the website in this current moment right now, you will not be able to find this on the website. I know. I talked to Dave about it. He said they're working on fixing the website and uploading a product page for the H48 tube. That does not mean though that you cannot order one. You can definitely order one today by either emailing them or calling, the number on the site. They're just working out the kinks on the website side of things. So give them some grace, but if you want this mic and you need this mic, go to their website, call Dave, call anybody, get it. So the first position that we're gonna be using today is the mono overhead. I use this technique all the time in all of my recordings. I literally can't get away from it. I love it so much. And being in a tiny room as well, it helps a lot with just kind of, you know, focusing on the majority of the kit. Basically, I position it directly in the middle, directly above the snare, in the middle of my stereo overheads. And with the mono overhead, I'll color it a bit more and give it a little bit more character. Since I already have a clean signal with these, you know, the stereo overheads, I want more, you know, vibe and character from it. So I'll definitely color that mic a bit more, and it just brings a lot more of the ghost notes and intricacies out, and it brings it to life, and it's really fun. And then moving on to the next position, I don't know the actual name for it, or if anybody calls it a fun, you know, quirky name. I just call it the full kit mic. It basically does what I call it. It captures the full kit. So it sits about 3 or 4 feet back from the drums, off center, pointed right at the middle of the entire kit. And I mean, it captures everything. It captures cymbals, kick drum, toms, everything. You know, it gives it that 3-dimensional sound, especially when I'm doing like a big, you know, Americana or more organic type sound. It really helps me in capturing that and giving me the body that I need in a tiny room. It's really cool. But with the tube, I'm really excited. I know it's gonna be extra warm and extra, you know, beefy. So I'm really excited about that one and to see what it sounds like. And then up next is another mic position. I don't know the actual name for it, but I call it the Snare Geek. Basically, it's 2 to 3 feet off of the snare, kind of level with the snare, a little bit lower level than the snare. It's pointed right at the snare wall. And basically what it's doing is just capturing that mid-range and that buzziness. Another, you know, very colorful mic that, you know, you can gate, you can crunch it, and just kind of gives it that, you know, excitement that you want to get out of a snare. It also captures, you know, a lot of a little bit of the kick drum and some, you know, the toms, especially the rack tom in that spot. But it's cool. It's just a colorful, fun mic. Like, it's just, hey, I got the channel, I got the mic, let's slap it on. It adds some like sauce to it, if you know what I mean. And then for the final position, we're actually going to be moving to the other room, which is my control room, aka a closet. Yes, I work out of a closet. With that being said, on either side of my desk, I have 2 pencil condensers that are raised really high, and they're pointed right at the door. I keep the door open when I'm tracking, and those act as my far rooms. It creates this like distant effect with them being in the other room. It's pretty wild, but really cool at the same time. It kind of just, it kills a lot of the harshness of the cymbals because there's a wall separating. So it makes it feel bigger than it actually is. But I'm really excited to use a tube mic in that same position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place it right in the center of the room, pointed at the door, with the door wide open. And I'm really excited to see what the tube brings out. I know it's gonna be warm, I know it's gonna be beefy and ballsy and everything that I want in a far room. So that's gonna be really cool. Now keep in mind, everything you're about to hear is no EQ, no compression, just straight into the preamps, straight into Pro Tools. Clean slate. I want you to be able to hear the mic and hear the nuances that it has and not anything that I add to it. So let's dive in. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click like on this video, and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Tell us what you want to hear next, what you want to see next, and we'll see you around.